the laundress is Sarah, who has a history. There's her secret. She has a history. She has a secret. Hi folks, it's Helen Rosenzweig here with Liana, and we're having another book chat. So it's the second week of school holidays.
Yep.
But Liana hasn't done as much reading as normal because she was away on youth camp last week and came back very tired.
Very.
But happy. She enjoyed that.
It's always good.
And so, but you have just finished a book like half an hour ago, didn't you?
Half an hour ago, my auntie's novel, Jessica Wakefield. That's my auntie. We're related. Yeah.
And, okay, so that is her third book. Third book. And this is her biggest book to date.
Biggest.
Okay. So just to explain a little bit about that with book lengths. Her first book was The Christmas Box, which is actually 3 short novellas in one book, and they're set over different time periods, and they're linked.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. which is really cute and hallmarksy kind of thing.
Very.
So that one was just a sweet, clean romance, and then the next 2 books that she's put out have been Christian fiction. So this one is sorry, my brain.
All the gaps.
Yeah, so this one is the biggest one because this is the full length, like 80,000, 90,000 word
350 pages on the dot, by the way.
Yeah, her previous one was a part of the Trinity Lakes series.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you like this book?
I did really like this book. To be honest, the Trinity Lakes one for me was...
really, right?
I did.
Okay, it almost sounded like I didn't really.
Oh, I did really like this book. The Trinity Lakes one, the whole series of the Trinity Lakes wasn't really it for me. I was kind of like, yeah, nah. But this book, I did love it.
Now, this is a standalone.
Yeah,
not part of a series,
but there's a novella connected to it. I don't think it's out yet, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, one of the characters in here comes back. She says so at the end.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I just forgot where I was going with that. It was a great book. Yeah, it was really sweet. So it wasn't very, deep. I've been reading a lot of Denise Hunter, and Denise Hunter goes really deep. She brings in heavy themes, and it's very this emotional up and down. Well, this one, while it had its drama, it had the plots to keep you interested and to make enough for there to be conflict, but also, for it to be really good ending. It was also just a sweet book.
Yep.
The characters weren't too, they were pretty level-headed, actually.
Right.
They both had their emotional problems, but they weren't characters where you just wanted to wring their necks.
Right.
And it made it nice and sweet.
There is a trope. What's the trope?
There is a trope, enemies to more.
Enemies to more. Okay.
Yes. That's right.
Yep. So did they spend the whole book fighting?
No, they didn't, actually. They got in pretty quick. Resolved a lot of the exterior issues. Wasn't issues in, because they ended up together, and the black moment was there was something that pulled them apart, which actually wasn't their interior relationship problems. It was actually exterior things a lot of the time, or individual emotional problems, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to weave this in, but Liana pressed the escape button with the book. So,
that's great.
So I don't know how I'll work this in with the editing. So we were just talking about that the characters here are Addie and Declan.
It's Declan.
Declan, but she thought it was Declan. Okay, right. So, right. So what else did you like about it?
What else did I like? I liked, the events. Sort of how the characters kept meeting.
Yep.
And I feel often I think in stories that everything has to happen in terms of the main plot. It was all about this party, and that's how they met. He was writing something about the party, she was planning the party, and that's how they met. And I often think that it has to always have to do with the party for them to then meet, but then they were having coincidences of them meeting here and then meeting there. And what I also found a bit different about this book was they both had their big secrets, right? And a lot of the time you read a book where a character keeps the secrets and it blows up on them in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, these guys actually talked about both of their secrets earlier in the book. So when the main problem arose, it wasn't actually to do with that. I mean, it had to do with that. But it wasn't that they'd kept it a secret all this time. They'd actually talked about it, which I thought was different.
Yeah, because I do find it a little annoying when people characters just keep holding this secret.
Yeah.
Like, how long do you want to hold this on to?
Then
Like,
blows.
and you know it's not going to be good. Like, there's a point where, yeah, okay, some people hide things for a while, but yeah, quite often in novels, they go way too far past the point of, I don't know, maybe we're like that in real life. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it does make sometimes for a very dramatic, like, black moment or whatever. But this one still had its black moment. It still had its moment of drama, which I could see what it was going to be a little bit into the book. I'm like, I betcha that's going to happen and this. And but it was still good.
Yep. So where is it set?
I don't know.
It's in Virginia, isn't it?
It is. It's set at a real location and there's a real mansion in there.
Williamsburg, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do research on it. I never got there.
Okay, because you've only just finished it.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a contemporary. Is this one Christian?
Yes, it is actually.
Yes, this one. Yep. Because Jessica, the Christian box, everything that she does is sweet, clean.
Yeah.
The Christian box. Christmas box was like that, but then both other novels since have the faith element.
Yep.
So, yep. So this one comes under the Christian romance, contemporary fiction, Christian contemporary.
But it's
romance.
not too heavy in case you're worried.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
Cool.
Excellent. So you enjoyed that one.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So go out and get it.
Yes.
If you want to, you can go to jessicawakefield.com to get the links to where you can buy it. You can buy, if you're in Australia, you can buy a signed copy directly from her through her website. Otherwise, ebook and international is available through Amazon. So
excellent.
There's our plug for that. Okay, cool. Now, there was something talking about secrets, characters keeping secrets.
Ooh.
That was definitely in my latest read. So
I haven't heard much about this one yet, so we're gonna.
New author, debut author.
Debut.
Which means she's not just new to me, debut author. The books were up on pre-order for so long, my goodness. I don't know where I saw her. It's interesting because I think she came up on my Instagram feed or possibly Laura Franz had shared because they're historical fiction, authors together, they often promote each other's things. I saw it ages ago. And then pre-orders were 9 months away. So I've been waiting and waiting. So, and then it turns out Jess, my sister, Jessica Wakefield, knows her.
Yeah.
So I think she was one of the early readers on this. So anyway, this is The Lawyer and the Laundress. Christine Hill.
Something.
Suntz.
I love that you try it, I just...
Suntz. Okay. Christine Hill Suntz, new debut author, Canadian author. And I think this is what really got my attention, the fact that it's a Canadian author and set in Canada.
Yes.
Because I love something a bit different.
And it's historical?
It is historical and it's set in 1837. So this, I'm going to look it up. It's set in Toronto. I'll have to look up a bit of the history of this. You know what? I didn't check if she wrote an author note. About what happened. No. A historical context, no. Because you saw me. I was just reading this at the dining table last night and then finished. And I was like, yes, finished. It was really good, particularly for a debut author. I'm excited for what will come next.
Yes.
What else she'll put out. So basically the premise of this one is, as it says, the lawyer and the laundress. So the laundress is Sarah, who has a history. There's her secret. She has a history. She has a secret. She has a secret. She's living a very dismal life, washing people's clothes, very poor life. but you know she's not originally from that life. And you've got to wonder why she's...
That's like what I just read.
Yes, you got to wonder why she's chosen it. And she ends up... There's children in this one. There are children. Some people struggle reading with children.
I don't prefer it.
Yeah, okay, so she connects with this little girl who's doing schooling at this place, but this little girl keeps being drawn to her, and this little girl's... Evie is her name. Her father is a lawyer. So there you go. That's where that all comes in. Now, I will say, though, I think children in novels I handle better when it's historical.
Interesting.
Because the world was so different for children then, I'm less likely to look at it and go, 10-year-olds don't do that. Because, you know, if it's in a contemporary setting, I'm thinking of kids like today. You know, and you tend to make comparisons, which is really unfair for the author as well, because every child's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting thought, yeah.
Yes, I think it's easier for me to take in a historical context. In fact, there's another, one of the stable boys, he's got a good little role in there, and I really enjoyed him, and I'm looking ahead and thinking, is she going to write a novel about him one day?
Oh, I love when authors do that.
If it's not in the plan, like, you know, maybe we should go there. Yeah, so I found the setup for this, just in terms of pacing, the end was fabulous. Like, once you hit that momentum at the end where things were, oh no, and what's going to happen? And because there is this is why I should have looked it up first. I don't want to say revolution, but there is tension in Canada at this time. There's a rebel group against the English, the colonists. So I don't know how that played out in Canada, because Canada, just like us, are still a part of the Commonwealth, unlike the US, who fought against the British and got their independence. I'm curious how that actually went about in Canada's history. So it was just interesting. There is this rebellion group, and so that's happening around, and wow, what's his name? I'm really bad at remembering characters' names. I tend to just read and not... Anyway.
I get used to looking at them, not reading them.
Yeah. So James, he's kind of involved a bit with this rebellion thing. Yeah. Not in a direct way. So, yeah, I just found a little bit the setup. I'm not sure if it's been touted as such. It is a little bit of a marriage of convenience trope. However, the marriage happens quite late in the book. So I just felt there was quite a bit of setup in the beginning, that there was a lot to get through, and I felt that hindered the connection between the hero and the heroine for a while. But once it set in, it was great. Like, you know, didn't want to stop. So really good book, though. I really enjoyed it. You get to the end, you're very happy, you're very satisfied. It's great, and I am really looking forward to more from Christine I think there's another one coming out soon.
Cool.
Soon. I don't know, but there's another one coming. Hitting the microphone. So yeah, really happy about that and excited. And I only finished that yesterday, so I think this is the freshest book chat we've done.
Yes, could be.
Yes. Okay, so...
And now we'll swap books.
Oh, yes, because I want to read this one now, yeah. I'm going to read this, and she wants to read that. So we'll
just swap over.
Yeah. Now, the other thing we wanted to talk about is, because you mentioned Denise Hunter.
Yeah, Denise.
And you recently discovered that one of her books that you've read was made into a movie.
It happened to be one of my favourite ones that I've read from her. Actually, I have a lot of favourites from her. I've read 8 books of hers, and I could easily say that 4 of them are my favourite.
Okay.
So
which book was this one?
The Convenient Groom. It was the second one in one of her series, the Nantucket series. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So, the movie. I think I've watched it before. When she pulled it out. Yeah. When she went and found it. I'm pretty sure I've watched it because, you know, Denise Hunter is Jess's favourite author, and she was making a big deal when this movie came out. Although it came out 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a little while ago now. And it has, it's a Hallmark movie, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And it has, I don't know what the actor's name is.
Neither.
You know Christopher from Gilmore Girls, Rory's dad? That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
And Vanessa Marcel, I think I remember her name, but I'm pretty sure she was in Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, so
for a while. So anyway. So what did you think of the movie?
To be honest, the movie wasn't bad on its own, but as you always do when you read the book first, it's sitting there in the movie, that didn't happen, that's not how that happened. But my main thing that I'm a little, like, why in the movie that was different to the book was, it was called The Convenient Groom, the book.
Mm.
And they got married by page 40 because her groom dumped her at the altar, basically, like 3 hours before the wedding, 5 hours before the wedding.
Right.
And she had to find a stand-in groom because she was like a marriage counselor. Oh, and she couldn't like fail her own marriage before it happened because that's just not good publicity. But in the movie, it was at the engagement party and the characters didn't actually get married at all.
Okay, so the book was a marriage of convenience.
The book was a marriage of convenience.
Sort of like, yeah, okay. But the movie wasn't.
It was a fake engagement instead.
It was, right, okay. Yep, okay. Okay, so that was the big difference.
That was the main one for me.
Yep.
Yeah, they still wove a lot of the scenes in.
Yep.
Even though they had to come up with a few different ways to bring them in because of this. And I just thought it was an interesting choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have their reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons.
Because Hallmark have a very specific formula.
That's what I was thinking.
And audience expectations and things. So, yeah. Okay, maybe they couldn't, handle the whole... It might have been a little too risque.
Yeah, a legal marriage.
Yeah, like a, yeah.
That's what made the book so great.
Okay. So, but you still enjoyed the movie?
I still enjoyed the movie, but I'm not going to correlate it with the book.
Yeah, okay.
Because when I'm reading the book, I don't want to be imagining the movie.
I mean, it's really hard for a movie to be as good as the book. Like, it's just...
Also, they just don't have as much time. Like, a book can take 6-7 hours to read. A movie, you got an hour and a half to snap it out.
Yep. Yeah. And things don't always translate straight off the page into visuals.
Yeah.
Into movies. So, yeah, we get that. But I think it's still cool.
It's still cool that she had a movie made from her book.
I think that's...
It's awesome.
I think that must be many authors' dream, but also dread at the same time. Yes. Because if the movie is so different and But yeah. All right. So cool. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have anything else to include for that. So we will just catch you next time in the next book chat. All right. See ya.
Bye.